This is the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, this is the most sporting show that I think we've been involved with in a while. So thank God our sports reporter, Shaun McManus, is in Bali.
What a time.
Are you kidding
What a
me?
time. It's as great as when he took the Olympics off because he was sick.
So Elijah Pepper, he's the new Wildcat, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So he came in today and we were talking about it after he left. He looks American.
Yes.
Born in Shepparton.
Yes, he's technically Australian, so he's not
But
an
yet
import.
looks American.
Because he's lived there since he was 3 and
This
his
has got
dad's American.
that American look.
He does, definitely.
Yeah. So we get to meet him and find out about his life in the US.
We catch up with Brisbane Lion legend Jonathan Brown ahead of the grand final this weekend.
We talked to people with the about the styles in their homes that they were forced to live with because guess what, everyone? Avocado-coloured bathrooms are back.
And I know that you can't sleep at night if you don't know what Eddie McGuire's children are up to. So we're going to discuss that with him.
This is Nathan, Nat and Shaun.
This is a nice package.
How big? So big, Shaun.
Oh, lovely.
Over 937.
It's 6:04. Nathan, Nat and Shaun. Hello, friends.
Hello, everybody.
Sean's still on long service leave, so to celebrate today, we've got heaps of sporting interviews, Nathan.
I have to be honest, I'm not looking forward to it.
So Eddie McGuire, very soon, actually. We'll be catching up with Eddie McGuire.
Oh, look, Eddie's all right.
Jonathan Brown.
I love Brownie. Brownie and I had an idea years ago. We're at an event and we were discussing ties. And I said, because he's a tall person too, and I said, do you find that a lot of the ties are not built
long
for
enough.
tall people, for our torsos? And he goes, yes. And we said, we should do a business called Tall People Ties, which is basically just adding an inch onto a normal tie.
Yes. The problem is you've got no follow-through.
I've got no follow-through.
It's the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
National treasure. Doesn't go too far.
His name is Edward McGuire.
Eddie McGuire ahead of hosting the My Room Grand Final Spectacular live at 7:30 tonight on Channel 9 and 9 now. Good morning, Ed.
Good on you, Nathan and Nat. And how are you, Shaun? Great to talk to you in grand final week.
It is unbelievable, Eddie. So look, you can't help when you get sick, right? But Shaun got sick recently, and that was during the Olympics when we had so many sports interviews on, and now the grand final week is in Bali.
On long service leave. Ed, would you have been granted a week of long service leave in the lead up to a grand final at any point?
Well, I wouldn't have asked for a start, but what? He's not there. I mean, look, I know he's from Fremantle, so grand finals don't loom large.
Yes.
But seriously, look, I'll tell you what we'll do. If you need me to come on as your sports boy, I'm happy to come on and help you guys.
Eddie
Well,
McGuire,
we need all the help we
sports
can,
boy.
mate, because at the moment in this building, the sports boy is me. and that's a real problem.
I do front up at Olympics and grand finals, so there's a head start.
Exactly.
Hey,
Exactly.
Eddie, were you born an Edward? You're an Edward?
I am an Edward, yes, indeed.
When did we transition from...
E.G. McGuire, named after my father.
Were we ever an Edward? Like, did you ever live as an Edward? Were you an Ed?
Probably only if I was naughty, but probably at my baptism, and then I've been Ed or Eddie since, yeah. So, or hey you. One of those three.
Eddie, I was in Melbourne over the weekend just gone and a bit of last week. Did I see, because, we don't normally see it here, but is your son a sports reporter now?
Yes, so my son won the Clinton Drivers Award for the AFL Media's Rising Star,
Yes.
but he's now studying at St Andrews in Scotland, so he's going over there as doing politics, philosophy and economics, and then he'll come back and he'll probably continue his career somewhere in the media there. And my other son's the starting punter for Ohio State University in America, the number 1, 2 or 3 ranked college team, so he's playing this week in front of 105,000 people. So, they're both boys. They've left me, so I'm going to do the old mental as anything. If you leave me, can I come too?
Yeah.
So I'm going to go and see them.
Well, St Andrews is where Prince William went and met Kate Middleton.
Yeah, well, that's right. Well, that's, we're royalty from Broadmeadow.
You are, exactly. Yes, exactly.
Well, not quite. I think we left there because of might have had to leave Ireland and Scotland because of Republican tendencies. But anyway, we're back.
That's amazing. You've got very high achieving children. That's not bad.
They're good boys despite their father. They've done well, obviously, following in Mum's lead. But no, they're going great guns. But yeah, Xander spent the last period of time working on 9 News, which might sound because he's old man at 9.
Nepo baby.
Except he keeps winning everything, and he's a pretty good boy in his own right. So, yeah, he's over there. They don't know me at St Andrews, so he's living his own life these days.
Someone over there would know Eddie McGuire.
Yeah, I tell you what, Ed, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, because I looked at him and saw the name and went, well, there's no doubt that he's your son, because you look exactly the same.
He does. I mean, it's funny. I started Channel 10 when I was 17, so they've got plenty of shots of me when I was around his age, and people do make the point that he sounds a bit like me and looks like me, which is always reassuring for a father, because as Lou Richards used to say, you're certainly sure who your mother is, but there's always a level of doubt, isn't there?
Well, there's no doubt in the case of
whenever anyone says that I look like my dad, if he hears it, turns around and goes, ah, and laughs at me like I've been insulted. And I'm like, but they're talking about your face, Dad. Hey, so what's happening with My Room Grand Final Spectacular live tonight? What's happening?
Yeah, well, it's going to be fantastic. We have got the biggest names. I mean, we're going to have the opening up. When we walk out tonight, you'll see Marcus Bontempelli, Patrick Cripps, Nick Dacos. We'll have Cody Waitman from the Western Bulldogs. Cody Simpson, who's singing the national anthem on Saturday, will be our special guest, the superstar swimmer and international acting sensation. We'll be raising millions of dollars for the kids with cancer at My Room. And we know just how great the Perth Telethon is on Channel 7. So we're going to do something, pretty good here on, pretty much the eve of grand final with the public holiday tomorrow. Billy Brownless and some of the biggest names in football, the Sunday Footy Show panel previewing the game. So tonight's a beauty. We're going to do it at 7:30. So good time for the families to sit around and go, right, let's get stuck into the grand final. Let's enjoy ourselves and have some fun.
Yeah, it is all about, raising money and having a bit of fun, which we appreciate. Yeah. Ed, I've noticed, like, normally post-season and, after the main home and away season, everyone's talking about trade and the movements of players. This is the first year I can remember that there's been so much talk about the movement in the media, that people jumping ship from one network to another, and rumours that Caroline Wilson's going here and they're going there. Can you remember a year when there's been so much movement in the media?
Oh, well, going back in time when Channel 7 tried to raid the Footy Show, that was pretty volatile and exciting. But there's a bit going on at the moment. But, as you say, to use the football vernacular, we'll get rid of the list cloggers and bring through the new faces. And it's good to see after 18 years, Channel 7 have worked out that this is the show that they should be trying to do. But no, look, it's going to be good. There's going to be good battles next year. I say, fair play to Caro and Hutchie. The opportunities come up for them. Yeah. The media, as you guys know, is a bit more volatile, and there's less money around and things like that. So you take your options and go and do things. And what it does is it gives a real opportunity for the next generation. Yeah. So what we've always done at 9 is we come up with the shows and we come up with the personalities, and we'll do that again on the Monday night. We have the show that I host on the Wednesday, and we've got other big ideas. In fact, we've been looking. We've got shows ready to go, but didn't have any time slots. So it's quite exciting. And look, 7 will do a lot of shows. They've got 7 Plus as their digital network as well. So they're going to be going hard in that. They have the football for the next 8 years. So clearly they're going to invest in it. And look, as we always say, too much football is not enough, is it? Yeah.
Well, don't call Shaun. He'll be in Bali.
No, Shaun's busy.
Well, there's a spot for Shaun if he turns up. We just got to see if he
won't turn up.
The big tank doesn't drink itself.
Hey, Eddie, there was a really funny letter to the editor in the West Australian today from a guy named Harvey Pearce from Queen's Park, and he's got a great idea, and I think you should pitch it to the AFL, and that is the person that is coming doing the show this year. Of course, it's Katy Perry. We should be getting them, like when you see a celebrity do a first pitch at a major baseball game, we should get them to do the centre bounce.
A ceremonial centre bounce. What do you reckon?
It would be hilarious.
Ray Chamberlain couldn't do it.
No. How funny would that be every single time? And the people are like rubbish at it.
I'd rather watch that than them toss the coin.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Well, even to get her to have a kick, you should see them trying to kick the ball as well. Handball's the one that flummoxes them completely.
Yes, that's true.
No idea on a handball. But, I like that. There's a bit of merit. Any opportunity to humiliate an international star.
Don't you think? And it'll go viral. And then I reckon all the celebrities around the world would see if they can try and do a centre bounce. because
Yeah.
it's bloody
You
hard.
can imagine, you can see it happening. Katy Perry striding up to the centre of bounce and lining the ball up and going bang, and it ricocheting straight
Straight into
her
her face, and then she sings all the songs of her blood nose.
Now you've got my attention.
There you go.
Yeah, he's on
The
board.
guy's a genius. The guy's a genius. In fact, you want to be careful. Channel 7 will make him a producer.
Yeah, that's right. And we better get a prediction. Who do you reckon's going to get up on the weekend?
Look, it is the line ball. I think you have to go with Sydney because they finished the season on top of the ladder. They've been the best team in it, and they've had the best run. They've had the 2 weeks break in between. They've done very well. Had a good hard hit out in the first final. Cleaned up Port Adelaide last week. Other than their captain, Cullen Mills, they're pretty much in pretty good physical condition. The only thing is, talking to Dane Zorko on our show last night on Footy Classified from the Brisbane Lions, he made the point they've come down early. Last year they felt they were a bit rushed and a bit all over the place. And, they're turning up everywhere. Like tonight, Harris Andrews is coming onto the My Room show with us. Sydney is still working out whether they send somebody who might get somebody who's not playing. But they've actually embraced the week, come down early, trained, just feeling good about it, getting into the spirit of it all. And they've got a real belief, the way they've had come back in their finals. So, yeah, it's an interesting one. You get excited about these comebacks. Sometimes you get to the grand final and one team just hits the wall and that's it. So Sydney are primed to be the team that really finishes full of run. But if they can hang it together for one more time, and you never know with Joe Danaher and Eric Hipwood up forward, the crazy gang, who knows which one will turn up, good Joe or bad Joe.
Yeah.
But as we saw last year, I mean, they're a kick away from winning it. I think they've got the best record in football over the last 4 years. So, look, I'll say Sydney, and maybe it'll be a Grundy production with Brodie Grundy winning the Norm Smith medal, my old mate from the Pies.
Okay.
And, if he wins the Norm Smith medal, then Sydney win the grand final.
Yep, all right. And it's going to be a nice sunny day too, 23 and bright sunshine.
Thanks,
so that's
Edward.
Hopefully tonight it's going to rain in Melbourne, which means they all stay in and watch my show.
That's right. Check it out. Channel 9 at 7:30 tonight, the My Room Grand Final Spectacular live. Eddie McGuire, it's an absolute pleasure. Thanks, mate.
Hey, good on you guys, and I'm still available for any sort of freelance work. If Shaun, going somewhere
Well, mate,
I'm
just put in your calendar if there's any big sporting thing coming up, we'll need you then because he won't be here. Thank you so much.
And Nat, if I'm busy, I've got a son who can do it as well.
Yeah, exactly. Good to know. Thanks, Eddie.
Nathan, Nat, and Shaun podcast.
Roll up. It's time for Best in Show.
Nathan, Nat and Shaun might be the biggest show in town, but we want to find the best in show. Get your tickets at perthroyalshow.com.au.
Oh, yeah, it's that time of the year. The Perth Royal Show is in full swing. Today would be a great day to go, just quietly.
Oh, we know that there's so much to do at the show, but our favourite part is the awards.
Yeah,
so
that's
this
right.
year we decided that we're doing our own because they won't let us have an official award at the Royal
That's
Show.
right. I mean, we've had one before around sausage rolls.
Yes, but then we had a sausage roll judge come in and tell us we were doing it all wrong.
Yeah,
And we're like, no,
and
we're
we
not. You're
disagreed.
doing it wrong. Actually, you're doing it wrong. That's what we said.
So anyway,
And we
we've got a
kicked
new
out.
category. A new category for today.
Today is
Sounds ominous.
bizarre boudoirs. And let me tell you why. Okay. Kmart has announced that they've got this mini air fryer in there.
An air fryer for one.
Yep. People were so excited, which is sad. And I even looked at it and thought,
So I was going to say, if you looked at it and went, oh no, that's too sad for me. That's sad.
But this person down at the end, she at the end of the article, she jumped on and she said that she's so excited about it because she said, I quote, I'm getting this for my bedroom.
So you don't. So where's she keeping the food that goes into the air fryer that she's going to cook in her bedroom?
But it's not so foreign because we know that Shaun, you don't know who Shaun is because he's not here this week during the AFL Grand Final week, but he's usually our sports reporter. But Shaun, his son Cooper, took the family air fryer and kept it in his bedroom. And would air fry in his bedroom. And I don't know if people know this, traditionally an air fryer is not meant to be kept in a bedroom.
No, you would think it would be
in the kitchen.
In the kitchen, close to the source of the food as well.
So that in turn is a bizarre boudoir. We're looking for the reasons why your bedroom is unusual, whether it be the thing that's in it, what you do in it,
the way it's decorated. Maybe you've got all Fremantle Dockers merchandise as you're doing your cover. We don't care.
Bizarre Boudoir Award is up for grabs right now with $500 cash and tickets to the Royal Show going to the winner.
This is the Nathan, Nat, and Shaun podcast.
So what we're looking for today, the category, is the most bizarre boudoir, inspired by the lady who was excited to get a air fryer for one because she wanted to put it in her bedroom for her nighttime air frying needs.
Can I tell you though, if she's a single girl on the prowl and she brings a boy back to her room and then she's got
chicken nugs.
and she's got an air fryer in there, he's going to be all about that.
I know, but it's only an air fryer for one.
Because then he can bring his mini fridge.
She's going to need two if he's there as
Why
well.
not?
Yeah.
All right, we've got our first person that would love to win the award in this category, Heather from Iluka, with us. Hi, Heather.
Hi guys, how are you?
Great, Heather.
Great,
Welcome
Heather.
to the awards, Heather. So, of course, this is the award for the most bizarre boudoir. Ooh, tell us about the bedroom.
Okay, it might not be so weird to dog owners, but I've got a pretty big dog and she's got pretty short fur. She gets very cold, especially through winter, so she always has to be under a doona. She doesn't sleep on my bed because she's so big.
Yes.
So essentially, I've got a swag in my bedroom for my dog.
So you look like you've got like
Somebody-
some camper.
Yes,
A camper.
a jolly swagman living with you. So is it a full, like, human-sized, it's a proper human swag?
It's a pretty much a big human, almost like a tent that's covered.
Yes.
It's got a doona hanging all the way inside it, so she burrows her way far into this big, long, almost pretty much a swag.
Yes.
And, she stays tucked up in there all night.
Can I be honest with you, Heather?
Easily sleep in it.
Heather, if I was over at your house, right, and I said, "Oh, Heather, can I borrow the bathroom?" You said, "No worries." And then I walked past your bedroom and had a look in there and saw that. I would think that was definitely a sex thing.
Yes. You know.
I would think it's some weird sex tent that I haven't
Yeah,
seen.
doesn't everybody have a sex swag in their bedroom?
What do you crawl in there and
I
do?
just think it's my husband who's always in the dog box.
I mean, it does double up, doesn't
Get in
it?
the swag.
That's amazing. Okay, you hang there, Heather. Megan's in Heathridge. Hello.
Hello, how you going?
Hi,
Great, Megan.
So the
Okay.
award up for grabs, of course, is the most bizarre boudoir. Tell us about the bedroom.
My parents have a bunch of them.
Yeah.
So they've got a farm 2 hours out of Perth, and they've got 4 different designed rooms. One's a pirate room, has like old vintage guns on the wall with massive swords, 4-poster wooden bed. Then they've got the Elvis room, which is just pretty much looks like LA. It's like red walls, everything's white, looks fresh. Then there's the sea room, which has like murals of dolphins on the wall. The one that's my favourite is the Africa room. It's got a massive, almost 500-kilo wooden bed that's all hand carved with scary like masks, like, you know, those masks and things like that. There's stuffed animals everywhere. There is a massive eagle in the corner that gets me nearly every time I wake up. But
So when you say an eagle in the corner, are you talking about like a taxidermy stuffed eagle?
Yep.
Okay, can I ask 1,000 questions?
Yes.
Number one is, do they own a bed and breakfast, or this is just their house?
It's just their house. When they bought it off someone who had it for his family to come up, so he had all these different rooms and he enjoyed buying unique things. So when they bought it, it was just like that. But
So they bought it like this and thought, no, this is perfect. We don't need to change a thing.
pretty much.
Megan. Okay, that's hilarious.
What's the room no one wants to sleep in? Which is the less room?
I think probably the Africa room's the scariest one when you wake up in the middle of the night, but it's the ones my parents have done up, so every time I go there, that's the one I get.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to sleep in the dolphin room.
Because you wake up and think you're underwater.
No, I like
Oh, yeah,
dolphins.
okay, cool.
I just, it's not the one that floats my boat.
Well, I don't think you get a restful night's sleep in a pirate room. I just think they're always going
I
to
just
rob you,
cannot
wouldn't
believe
you?
they bought it like that.
And have just added to it rather than take it
They're
away.
always talking about don't go too far with your design choices because you won't sell your house.
Yeah, wrong. Thank you, Megan. You hang there. Jess is in Byford. Hello.
Morning, guys. How are we?
All right,
good,
Jess.
Jess.
We've heard some strong contenders for this Bizarre Boudoir Award. What have you got for us?
So growing up, I shared a room with my sister for our whole lives until we moved out. Now, we were taken along to the Moscow Circus, and I had a fascination for clowns afterwards. My mum jumped on board with this one. My sister was absolutely terrified. She redecorated our room in clown theme. This also included 2 nearly life-size stuffed clowns that sat on our bed.
And get kids to sleep in a room full of clowns?
Yeah, they stared my sister down every night before she went to sleep. Yeah, she was traumatised. We even had a lamp, and it was like a a little girl clown, and she had real hair. And
Real hair.
That sounds flammable, but sure.
It just sounds like a murder den.
Yes.
It really does. There was a show when we were growing up. It was a movie that came out called Clown House, which actually sparked off a lot of people's clown phobias. It was about a asylum that had a breakout, and then the most dangerous people came out of it, and they were all dressed as clowns.
Because
They just went
famously.
and murdered everyone.
Yeah.
And you slept in it.
Yeah. And I love how your mum's like, yeah, no, there's no problem. I see no problem with this. And your poor sister's traumatised. All right, thank you, Jess.
okay.
So we've got to declare a winner.
All right, so we started with Heather, and Heather has got a human-sized swag in her bedroom with a tent and everything for a dog to sleep in.
Set up at all times. And then, of course, Megan's parents have got the pirate room, the Elvis room, the sea room, and the Africa room.
Yeah. It reminds me of the brothels in Kalgoorlie. They're all themed.
That was where I thought as well. And, of course, Jess and her clowns.
Yeah. Okay.
So up for grabs, we have $500 and a family pass to the Perth Royal
Now,
Show.
there is Natalie and myself in the room. Also, our boss David McClung paneling the show. We have 3 votes. Everyone put your fingers up. 1, 2, 3, go. Oh, perfect.
Okay. And the winner is Megan from Heathridge and your parents' creepy, creepy house. Megan, you're off to the Perth Royal Show and you've got $500 in your pocket, Megs.
Oh, my God, thank you so much.
No
My
worries.
son is going to spend that so fast.
Yeah. The reason why you actually
Thank
won
you
that
so
award
much.
is because your parents bought it like that. That is right. If they made it like that, you probably wouldn't have won. The fact they bought it like that.
They bought it and then didn't change it, which is
Yeah,
extraordinary.
that's insane.
That's unique. We love it.
I love
Thank
it
you
too.
so much.
Thanks, honey.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
We're joined in the studio now
I know.
by a brand new Perth Wildcat.
And you know how much I love pepper.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's true. Nathan is a big
love
Pepper fan.
pepper. I have so
Elijah
much of it.
Pepper, welcome.
Hi, Elijah.
Thank you guys for having me.
Now, Elijah, you're Australian.
Technically.
Yes. So you're a Wildcat not as an import because you're a born and bred Australian. But,
Correct.
Yeah.
So where does this language come from? so where'd you grow up?
So I grew up in Selah, Washington. I got to clarify, Washington State, not Washington, D.C.
Okay.
because
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Everybody
so-
thinks it's Washington, D.C.
So West Coast, not East Coast.
Yes, correct.
And you were born in the great town of Shepparton in Victoria, right?
Yeah, I've heard great things about it.
But
I
you
don't remember anything. I left
No.
when I was like 3, so
Yeah.
don't remember much.
So your parents are Australian?
My mom's Australian. My dad is from Washington State.
Okay, right.
He played NBL 1 over there and then
Oh, really?
met my mom, had me, moved back.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
So because it's interesting because I said to you, because, you know, hearing your accent, American, I went, oh, God, is Perth a bit boring to you? And you said no. Why is that?
It's just a lot bigger than where I grew up. To me, it's a huge city, and then everybody's like, "No, this place sucks. It's so small. There's nothing to do here." I'm like, I can do something different every day.
Yeah.
I'm fine with it.
Yeah. So you're living in South Perth?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, which is right. You know, that's a great spot. You're
Good
right
spot.
in the
There's
thick
like
of the action.
500 coffee shops there as well.
Yeah. So what are we in? Are we in a house or an apartment?
Apartment.
Oh, okay. Who are we
Yeah.
living with?
Best friend from the States decided to move out with me. I messaged him when I signed here. I'm like, hey, I'm moving to Australia. You want to come? And he's like, sure. It took him like 2 days to decide. He just packed up everything and
What's
left.
his name?
Skylar.
So what's Skylar doing over here?
He's he's doing online university.
Yeah.
Correct.
So that kind
So
of
you can
makes
do
it,
that anywhere.
Yeah, it makes it easier for him to make a decision like that. And then he's looking for a job. I no clue what he's going to do. And then he's just playing gridiron football out here.
Do you want us
right.
to see if we can get him a job here?
He's in marketing.
David?
Dave's
Our
the
boss
boss.
is here in the muscle tee.
So, yeah.
His degree is going to be in marketing. So
Yeah.
Skylar sounds great, David. What do you think?
Is it Supernova maybe?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
street team,
Yeah.
yeah.
Is he good with people?
yeah, no, he's great.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Great. All right. Well,
Well,
we got
we got
Skylar
him a job.
everybody.
Yeah. So, how have you found your time, slotting into the Perth Wildcats? Obviously, it's a little tricky turning up to a new team and getting to know everybody and the way the coach works and the way the team works together. How's it been going for you?
Yeah, it's been good. It's kind of just different. I mean, obviously, as you said, it's the new team, new environment, new coach, and I haven't had that for 5 years.
Yeah.
So that, and then the fact that I'm joining a team that was already one of the top teams in the NBL makes it a little more tougher because you have those rotations that are set and you have the guys that coach already trust because they've been here.
Yeah.
So just trying to build that trust with coach, really, the players, and get to know everybody and find a way to
What
fit
did you
in.
know about the Wildcats before you got here?
Historically, probably the best NBL team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then knew they got second last year and lost a tough round in the in the semis, and
Yeah.
I mean that was really about it.
Yeah.
Right. You don't want to be the one that ruins it, do you?
No, I'm hoping to not be the one that ruins it. We'll blame it on Ethan.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's you bring up a great thing. So he's the next gen player that we've got from Spain, Ethan Almanza. How's he going?
Oh, he's been great.
Legit talent?
Yeah, no, he's good. His IQ is really high. He can shoot well for a big guy. Plays his butt off. So there's nothing to complain about.
So he's destined for the NBA, obviously.
I personally think so. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Hey,
I mean, he's got big shoes to fill because, of course, he's replacing Alex Sarr last year, who went at number two?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to talk about your hometown back in America. So what was it again?
Selah, Washington.
Tell me about Selah, Washington. What's the best restaurant?
Probably a place called like Kings Row.
And what happens there?
Nothing happens there. you just get chicken strips, burgers, milkshakes. That's about it.
Where'd you go to school?
Selah High School.
So everything's going to have Selah in front of it?
Yeah, everything's going to be Selah.
Are you a big deal in Selah? Like they'd be like, oh, Elijah, he's playing basketball in Australia.
I would like to say there's a good amount of support back there. My family, a lot of people know just the Pepper name. Kind of our whole family grew up there. So.
Any statues with Pepper on the name?
No, hopefully. Hopefully we get to that point at some point.
Talk to me about college. What was it like? Is it like the American college that we see on TV?
Okay, not that crazy. But
where did you go to college?
UC Davis.
Right.
So went there, studied law and society, sociology, law and society, and then
how's that great degree going? You're using it?
Hopefully after basketball.
Okay.
Hopefully I don't have to use it.
Yeah, that's right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But. If I needed to, I'd probably go into law enforcement with it or something like that.
Oh, yeah, nice.
So follow my dad's footsteps a little bit. That's what he did.
Yeah. So is there any like fraternity sort of stuff happening?
No, they have the fraternity, sorority stuff that obviously as an athlete you can't really do both of those.
Yeah.
No. I mean, I think you can, but it's just...
But you're committed.
Did you go to any of the frat parties? What are they like? You went to one.
We didn't really... it's kind of weird. They just in the house jumping around and it's really hot.
Wasn't for you.
It's really hot. Really.
So they're just in a hot house jumping around.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the people are really drunk and they don't even they can't even speak. It's
sure.
It's not a great environment.
And especially when you're a dedicated athlete.
I suppose you don't mix with the frat boys, do you?
We were friends with a lot of them. We did some we did sporting events with them. Actually, we did like a dodgeball charity thing and stuff like that. But I mean, just the going out stuff, you kind of try to not 100% surround yourself with that, especially in season. We didn't do anything in season.
Yeah, right.
Out of season, it's a little bit different. You'll go to events and stuff like that, but you still try to maintain a good image because you don't want to. I mean, as a basketball player, athlete at college, you don't want to be the guy that's at a party and something bad happens.
And especially if the recruiters are looking at you and that sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that counts.
Yeah.
So how did you get the call? How did the Wildcats find you?
So I had a previous relationship with Coach Riley. He actually recruited me out of high school to a different school, and that school was in my conference. So I actually played against them my first 3 years there, and they beat us most of the times besides once or twice.
Yeah.
And then he kind of just maintained a relationship.
You were on his radar. Yeah.
Maintained a relationship with myself, my parents, and then after my fourth year, he kind of hit us up and was like, hey, we'd love to have you here and stuff like that. Decided to go back for my fifth year and then just kept talking and eventually ended up working out.
Yeah, and
let's talk about your relationship status, because a lot of girls right now that'll be looking at you online today and going, well, I want a slice of that. Are we available? If we're at the diner, can we have a slice of pie?
You're welcome to come have a cup of coffee with me or something. There's nothing going on there.
There you go, ladies.
Oh, look out.
We're just hanging out.
All right, well, of course, you've been to Japan with the Wildcats. You're travelling the world already. You've been to Japan for the pre-season stuff. Hoops Fest was last week. What was that like?
It was a really good environment.
Yeah.
I mean, that was my first time experiencing a Perth game as well.
Yeah, and it wasn't a true home game.
I'm being told it gets a lot better.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, this is crazy. In college, we only got like 3,000-4,000 people to a game, maybe.
Yeah.
So then to be told there was like 11 or 12.
Yeah.
I was like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I just love the fact that we've recruited a US small town hick.
I know, and technically Australian, not an import.
Make sure if you go into the game, you can hold up a sign saying, "Hey Pepper, I'm single." He will be looking out into the crowd to see what's on
Take
offer.
a picture afterwards if I see it.
Nice. Thanks for coming in, Elijah.
Thank you guys for
Great
having
to
me.
meet you.
This is the Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
One word, $5,000. Nova 937's missing word for ABC Blinds. Transform your home for less with ABC Blinds Spring Inspiration Sale. Save up to 40% off indoor blinds, shutters, and sheer curtains.
Here we go. One word is worth $5,000. It's got to be the
Not
right
bad.
word, though. It's got to
Wow.
be the missing word.
Yeah. Hello, Sam.
Oh, g'day guys, how we going?
Good, Sam.
All right,
so,
Sam.
so this one word worth $5,000. No one's gotten it yet. We've had clues throughout the week.
That's right. So here's the clues. It's something you can wear, and it fits in your handbag. Sam, have a listen to the sentence. When I go on holidays, the first thing I pack is... Sam, what's the missing word?
Oh, I'm going to go with sunglasses.
Now,
The
Sam,
first thing I pack is sunglasses.
they fit in your handbag, don't they, Sam?
Sometimes.
Yep,
And,
sometimes.
and it's
Depends
something
what
you
else
can
got in
wear.
there.
So it fits the clues.
Yeah, and sunglasses, of course, I'd be devastated if I
Yeah,
left
that's
mine.
right. That's true. Sam, it's not the missing word, I'm
Damn,
afraid.
Sam. Damn, Sam.
Sorry, Sam.
How about Amber from Bayswater? Hi, Amber.
Hi.
Hi.
All right, Amber,
All right,
do you want to... let's have a listen to the sentence again. When I go on holidays, the first thing I pack is...
$5,000 would be very handy, wouldn't it, Amber? What would you do with it?
A lot of things, I guess.
Okay, great.
A lot of things.
That narrows it down. What do you think the missing word is, Amber?
Underwear.
Underwear.
I've already established Natalie doesn't travel with underwear. It's just another barrier.
You've either got to take 47 pairs for a week's holiday or none.
So-
Sorry, Amber, it's not
Yeah, I'm going to
underwear.
say that straight away. I knew it wasn't underwear. Hey,
Thank you for
Tanisha.
playing. Tanisha, hello.
Hi, guys.
Hey, Tanisha.
All right, Tanisha.
All right,
Let's
so
listen
sunglasses,
to the
no. Underwear, no.
Let's listen to the sentence again. When I go on holidays, the first thing I pack is... What is it, Tanisha?
Sanitizer.
Well, the world's a dirty place.
Well, that is, and I'm a dirty girl.
She's a
so,
dirty girl, hence
Yeah,
the no
always
underwear.
needing to clean my hands. Sanitizer. It fits in your handbag. It is something you can wear because you put it on your hands.
Can
Therefore,
I,
you'd be
without
wearing
knowing
it.
the answer, because I don't see you apply sanitizer a lot. We did during the COVID era, all of us. We were very
when
good
it was
with it.
government mandated.
Yeah, we had like stacks of it in our houses. I haven't seen you sanitize yourself once since then.
Tanisha, it's not sanitizer.
This lady is unsanitized.
Unsanitized, even when I travel overseas. Sometimes I take it with me and then just never use
yes.
it.
You know what?
You put it in that little Ziploc bag with your other liquids, your little bottles of liquids
Can
that
I
you take on
say-
the plane, and then I just never look at it.
In my spare
Certainly not the
bathroom,
first thing I pack.
in my spare bathroom, I've just got underneath thing. It's like a whole shelf of just hand sanitizers from COVID.
Yeah.
We've got so many
yeah,
of
we were
them.
given so many that were, everybody bought it and then never used it again.
Remember everyone would go to the toilet and brush and wash their hands? Now no one still does.
Yeah, what do we need to do that
The only
for?
time someone washes their hands in the boys' bathroom is if someone else is in there. Have you noticed that, David? Yeah. They'll go to walk out the door and they'll see someone in there and go, oh, wait, I'll go to the tap and pretend I'm doing what I'm doing.
It's the Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
Perth, it's back. Nathan, Nat, and Sean's show from your suburb. Come on, everybody, let the good vibes roll. Shout from the suburb. Active improves the lives of people with disability in WA. You can too by supporting Action for Active Day, Friday, October 4.
Look, the last couple of years when we've done this, it's been such an absolute belter of a day. So much fun. We thought, hey, let's do it again.
I feel like we become honorary members of each suburb, but we
know.
do a show from their suburb.
That's right. So last year, Piara Waters, the year before that, Duncraig and Averley. We
That's
just
right.
had such a great time. It's time for Show From Your Suburb, the 2024 edition.
So, not this Friday,
No, not tomorrow.
next Friday.
Yep.
Yep.
The 4th of October.
Yep. That's when we're going to be doing it. All right?
But we just don't know where.
We don't know where because there are so many suburbs in Perth.
That's right. So there'll be free stuff, plenty of surprises, plus this is a real kicker, your chance at $10,000 on the day just for making a donation to Active. So somebody there will win $10K.
That's amazing.
And it's the last Friday of school holidays as well. So free entertainment for the kids. You know what I'm saying? Just bring them down. Let them run riot. We're going to have a great time.
You can go to novafm.com.au and let us know what makes your suburb so great and why we need to do a show from it.
Do you want us in your backyard, essentially? It's our show from your suburb with Active. So hit up novafm.com.au. Tell us why we should come to your suburb.
Just reading some of the things down the bottom. Yeah, there's going to be face painters, donuts, free coffee, and glitter girls.
Glitter girls.
Glitter girls. Glitter girls.
What more do you want?
Come on, mate.
In your suburb, glitter girls. Yeah, you're welcome, Perth.
Nathan, Nat, and Shaun podcast.
Tell you what, we make this frog royalties off the use of this song.
It's not easy.
It's not easy being green.
Being green.
And we're talking about plants and being a green thumb, but also we're talking about the world of green, Natalie.
Oh, the colour green.
This is
or
crazy.
Cam green.
This is crazy, right? So in this is a survey done by British homeowners, right? But as we know, a lot of things in Britain bleed over to Australia. British homeowners in their 20s and 30s are gagging for avocado-coloured bathrooms.
That is a real throwback to the 1970s.
Dude.
And then everybody painted over it because it was such a bad idea.
Because no one could afford to rip the tiles out, so that's when tile paint became such a huge thing, probably about 15 years ago.
And those bathrooms used to have like a green bath and a green
It was a green
pedestal
everything.
sink.
It was a green everything in there.
Nobody wants to go back to that.
Yeah, green tiles, and of course there is the subtle way of doing it. These days, I'll just have like
By buying a pot plant,
a green feature wall,
or just putting an avocado in your bedroom, in your bathroom.
It just, for me, right at the moment, if you're looking at buying property, you could be spending $1 million at the moment,
and
still have to
many suburbs in Perth,
and still have to renovate.
Yeah, that's right.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
$1 million before bought you a mansion. That was all. You just it was like a wave.
You're
you walked
saying
in and
you could pay $1 million for a house and then have to go in and have to paint the bathroom avocado.
you still have to deal with this stuff.
Yeah, I know.
With $1 million. That is crazy. I remember when we were at university, one of our friends had carpeted bathroom.
Oh, I lived in a house with a carpeted bathroom. Oh, sorry.
Bathroom.
No, I live in a house, this is worse, with a carpeted kitchen.
A carpeted
kitchen. 9 Hillside Road, Rosanna in Melbourne. Carpeted kitchen. Horrendous. Because of course, food spillage. It's just awful. It was gross. Another house that I lived in, Nathan, also in Melbourne when I was at university, had in the lounge room. This is a very mid-century modern house. Now that I think about it, that house was awesome. Except in the lounge room, it did have kind of avocado-coloured carpet. Not ideal. But one entire wall, the back wall of the lounge room, which was a substantial wall, was covered in wooden shingles.
Oh, for the roof.
And what you would use on the roof. That's right. Yeah, but wooden. So these wooden shingles that kind of came down all the way, overlapping all the way down the wall. And in that there were hidden cupboards, like you'd press it and a cupboard would open. That's where your stereo system was kept.
Oh, jeez.
An entire wooden shingled wall. It's tough to decorate that.
I remember when we were growing up, I mean, our house didn't really go through many renovations, but one thing that Dad did do, I remember, was
wasn't put a bedroom door on.
No, it was when he changed the walls in the dining room. I use that as a loose term, and then changed all of that wood panelling that you see in caravans. And we just thought
that was an era.
We thought now this 2-bedroom no door place is now a mansion. We want to talk about the style that you've had to live with because you had no other choice. And if you've recently bought something where you're living with something from the 70s.
My parents have a burnt orange kitchen cabinet that Dad made.
That's a lot. That's a lot. Let us know the style that you've been forced to live with.
Eve, hello.
Hello.
Hi,
all right, Eve, did you move into a house and then just have to live with something that was a real throwback?
Yeah, I don't know if you would call it a throwback, but pretty much I moved into this house with my family like a couple of years ago, and we share a driveway with another person.
Yep.
And along the fence of the driveway, there are hedges, and there's like a box in these hedges.
Yes.
And my sister and I were like super nosy one day, so we looked in this box, and when we opened it, there was like 3 like skulls in this box, just like stuck to the back of the box. I couldn't tell you what they're
there was
for.
What?
A skull.
A skull?
Yeah.
In
like
a box?
Skull or
in a
But there were
hedge.
3 of them. Yeah.
So it's like
weird.
they've mounted boxes on the fence
Yes.
in sort of breaks in the hedge.
Yes.
And when you open those boxes,
There's skulls.
There's skulls stuck in there. So they're deliberately there. And are they human skulls? What are they?
No, I couldn't tell you, but like it was terrifying, and now we just avoid it because we don't know what it's there for.
No one would.
Some sort of sacrifice.
I don't think there is anyone that is listening right now across the world that could tell you why there would
that
be
maybe
intermittent
other than the person that put it there.
skulls in a driveway.
Because why would you cover that up? You'd want that open so everyone could see. You shouldn't have to open the box to see your
If
mounted
you're going
skulls,
to the trouble of getting your skulls, Natalie, and displaying them, you would want people to be able to see them. It sounds so culty. It sounds
does.
so occulty.
It does. Anyway, good luck, Eve.
Jeez, mate.
Jen's in Coopolup. Hi, Jen.
Hello, how you going?
Hey, good,
Jen. Did you move into a house and went, oh, we have to live with that?
Yeah, so our house has got a couple of interesting old schooly things. So we've got a lovely lilac toilet that includes the toilet seat and
Amazing.
everything.
Amazing.
And also in the kitchen we've got the like really sort of 70s tiles that have, you know, the bowl of fruit and the little
The
urn and
pictures
things
of
like that.
things. Why did they think that we needed the pictures of things we liked on our tiles?
I don't know.
Oh, it's like the dolphins and the baskets of things.
But
and
you had the basket of fruit in the kitchen because that's where the food is.
Yeah, but then also there's some that have got like, you know, the like trees, like a couple of trees, like a farm sort of scene. And then, you've got that 100 times because it's on every tile. Why?
No, you could just have it as a feature tile.
And then also think about it. Back in the 70s, right? Your lilac toilet, right? So that was the time where men made decisions. You know, men
That would have
made
been
the money.
top of the range too. That lilac toilet.
That would have been the guy saying to his wife, "Sweetheart,
what we
you do
need?"
whatever you want." She goes, "You know what? The way I can find happiness in this world in the 70s is to have a purple toilet."
A lilac toilet.
And he said, "Yeah." That puzzles me. That whole thing.
You're right. They should have gotten pink,
puzzles
shouldn't
me.
they? Yeah, it should have been salmon. You're right. Now that you bring it up.
Lilac toilets,
Thank you,
mate.
Jen. Joe's in Murdoch. Hello.
Good morning, guys.
Hey,
Joe. What have you had to live with?
I don't think you're ready for my house, and I'm still living in it.
Oh,
Okay,
gosh.
great.
All right.
Okay, you're ready. So every single room is a different colour. So our laundry is brown, our bathroom is pink, our bedroom is purple and blue, and then in our ensuite is carpeted. The kitchen is green as well. It's an emerald green with the lovely avocado pictures, actually.
Wow.
So, ensuite is carpeted. We then have to go up a mountain. It's about 5 steps, and then you drop down into the bathtub. And you also can't open the cupboard because it's an open-the-door cupboard, but the air conditioner is there. So
you can't actually open it. That's actually amazing, Joe. I can picture it.
How long have you been in this house for now?
3 years.
3 years. So, did you buy it at an astronomical price compared to the fact that you have to renovate it?
I am very, very lucky we bought it just before the biggest boom ever. But now we can't afford to renovate.
Can't afford to renovate.
no.
Yeah, because of the mortgage has gone up. Yeah.
So you can't even not have a non-carpeted ensuite. To be honest, though, and I had a shower at my friend's house that was carpeted. It's nice coming out of the bathroom and everything being...
It's not unusual.
nice on
English
your feet.
houses often have a carpet in the bathroom. It's not unusual
it's
there.
nice on your feet, but it gets that smell.
Yeah,
that
and if there's
wet
a
dog
toilet...
smell.
Your feet are wet.
And the toilet, if boys' aim isn't good, as we know it's not, that's not great. It's not great.
Nathan, Nat, and Shaun podcast.
Hello.
Hi, everybody. It's 9:05. Time for us to get out of here.
That was the sportiest situation I've ever been in.
Oh, well, strap yourself in.
What's happening tomorrow?
Tomorrow,
Oh, my God.
Matthew Pavlich, maybe Bruce McAvaney, Greg Hire.
I know, that's fine.
Yeah, that's
but,
okay.
I mean, Pav and Greg are fine, and Bruce is all right, but, like, come on. Can I speak about football anymore? Jeez, Ross.
Obviously on Monday we'll talk about it some more
Ross.
too. Watch up.
Shaun chose the AFL Grand Final week to take off.
God, it'd be like if the Star Trek convention was down and suddenly I was sick. And then Natalie and Shaun are talking to unnamed Klingons.
I think it'd be safe to say we probably wouldn't cover it. If you're at a loose end this evening, I'm doing open mic night at the Federal Hotel in Fremantle.
Yeah, nice.
They do an open mic night every Thursday. 10 comedians, it's $10. Trying
great.
out new material, that kind of thing. It's a bit of fun. Brodie Snook is going to be, she's a great comedian, is going to be the MC.
Nice.
Come down.
Go down
Be
there.
fun.
Throw something at her.
If you're at a loose end tonight, Royal Show, I'll be down there hosting the fireworks. I had someone yesterday say to me, lovely grandma, Leanne, she was very disappointed and wanted to pass on the fact that there was they'd run out of that day Pollywaffle show bags.
Oh!
Yeah, well, they've
Nathan snapped them all up.
They've come back as Polywaffle bites, haven't they? Yeah.
Oh, they got a small version of them.
They're basically Polywaffle testicles.
Hey, Ross, seeing as you do, you're the MC for the fireworks bit?
Yes, correct. Yep.
My dog has a complaint about last night. That was too loud.
Yeah. No,
so I think the wind, didn't really notice it the first few days, but last night the wind must have been blowing the right way and it was very loud and he didn't like it.
No, they're the best fireworks they've done, but yeah, they're definitely loud and all the dogs would hate it. So
Ross, also Pluto Pup, Dagwood dog.
Yeah, okay.
Speaking of dogs.
You haven't had it yet?
Okay, so you want me to have this Dagwood dog? I was on the way out of the show last night and I thought, okay, I'll get it, but I just got a text from the wife saying, I've just made your dinner, a burger.
Oh, mate, you don't have to eat the whole thing, just nibble on the tip.
Stop saying that. Stop saying that.
Just nibble on the tip.
We'll see.
You never know, you might like it.
Let's circle back around tomorrow.
Don't hit the bottom of it.
It's a very big one.
Go for the base.
Nathan, Nat, and Shaun is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au. Nova.